Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a bit of a chatty one. It's been a little while since I've sat down in front of the camera and just let some things off my chest. Now I do love doing kind of like my lifestyle videos with Laura and other friends, but sometimes it is nice just to sit down and vent a little bit, and I love doing that on here with you guys because I really love like the discussions that it presents. And yes, today I want to speak about skinny shaming. Now, body confidence is something that I'm a real advocate for. I've done a lot of things to make myself feel more confident in my skin, and the thing that I find most difficult to swallow is people skinny shaming. Now, firstly, can we just ask, when did it become okay for people to call people skinny? I think it's such a horrible term to use. There's nothing nice about skinny. I think it's exactly the same on the flip side of the coin. You wouldn't just walk up to somebody and call them fat. Like, oh my god, you look so fat today. Like, no, nobody like wants to hear that. And it's the same on the other side of the spectrum. I do not enjoy personally being approached and being like, oh my god, you look so skinny, like how do you do it? Like, I don't want to be classed as skinny. Like, I just don't think it's a very nice word. And the other thing that really gets my goat is that, like, it's not okay to be smaller anymore. And some of us, like, this is like, it's quite a dangerous topic to talk about, I think, openly and publicly, because it could be really misconstrued. This is very much just my personal opinions for me, not about everybody as a whole, just about my experience and how it affects me personally. So please, I don't want to cause offence to anybody, and that's not what the aim of this is to do. It's just kind of like to spark a conversation about why I don't think it's okay, and I'm just specifically talking about skinny shaming, not anything else, and not any other sizes, so just to get that out there. Now, because of the media, I really do feel like there's been such a mind-boggling minefield of negativity for women especially. So in the media at the minute, well, for a long time now, models are barely a size 0, and that's kind of what's promoted to brands and fashion and supermodels and all of these kind of things, that you have to be super skinny to be beautiful, which is absolute bullshit. But then on the other side of it, there is this whole kind of like burst of, well, skinny's ugly, and because of that, like, we want to change the way people see women, and actually everybody prefers a bit of junk in their trunk. And there's kind of now, it feels to me personally, a lack of support for each other as women, regardless of like whether you're smaller or bigger. It doesn't seem to matter now. It's kind of like we're not uniting, we're fighting against one another. And I mean, it was at a time where this kind of became really present for me in my life, was when Meghan Trainor's single went to #1, where she was essentially like, whether she was joking or not, it doesn't really matter, but saying how men will prefer women with like a fuller figure, and tell the skinny bitches kind of like to see you later. And that went to #1. And I think, like, why are we behind and backing somebody that is able to be negative about other women, and how regardless of what size you are, it shouldn't matter? And then at a similar time, the Victoria's Secret campaign was going on, and they had to change their campaign. So they had a new lingerie range come out that was called the Perfect Body, and in the campaign they had, like, I think it was like 20 models who were all super tiny, modelling this perfect body lingerie, like kind of saying to the public that their message was, this is the perfect bra for anyone, but they only had super slim women promoting it. And the world went mad like against Victoria's Secret model, and they had to change their campaign images. And fair play, I think it was really out of order of Victoria's Secret to promote themselves in that way. But why has that side of the scale been tipped over by such an outrage of people's anger towards them using slimmer models, and then Meghan Trainor's like saying I've got more junk in my trunk so guys will like me more, and if you're a skinny bitch then like see you later. Like, why were people celebrating that? And it's just a very confusing time to be a woman, I think. And what I really do feel is that what really matters is the opinion that you have of yourself, which is why I've spent the past kind of couple of years really working on my own self-confidence with my body. And it's not an easy thing, like it is something that takes a long time, but I really don't feel that anyone should be disadvantaged or ridiculed for their weight. I mean, it's probably naive of me to say, like, can we all just be united and love one another and celebrate one another and cheerlead one another? But that's probably not realistic. But what I think everybody does need to do is appreciate their own body. And I think if everybody can do that, there wouldn't be such a need to feel like we need to put other people down just because you're feeling insecure, because I feel like that's a lot of it, especially with skinny shaming. There's nothing wrong with being a smaller build. Obviously, health issues and things like that come into it on both sides. Like, I would never be behind any kind of unhealthy eating. Now, I really do feel that weight is such an individual thing to a person, and there may be multiple reasons why you're super slim. And there may be like multiple reasons why you're larger, and it doesn't matter. Like, everybody is beautiful, and that is the end point, really. That we really should be kind of like, it's the same with everything that I always say, like we need to be cheerleading one another, and that goes for bodies as well. Like, it's not okay to look at somebody and judge them because of their weight, and especially for me, I don't want to feel like I can't have feelings because I'm slim, and that's just like, that's totally unfair, because people don't know what somebody goes through with their body every day. And I know for me that I'm a really slim build, and for the most part I'm really grateful for that. But I have a super high metabolism, and I have to do a lot to keep my weight on. Otherwise I can get really like tiny, and it's not healthy, and that's not anything that's within my control. And so why should I be like squashed? Like, why should my opinion be squashed because like apparently I've got it easier? Like my entire childhood I was brought up like telling me that I was anorexic, that I was bulimic, that I looked like a boy, and I've had that to battle with. And I think that it's really nasty for anybody to be able to like point a finger and be like, well, you've got it lucky, or I wouldn't want to look like you. Well, like, that's just the thing. Like, you don't have to look like me, you don't have to be what you're not, and you don't have to fit a certain mould to be accepted. Like, I know the main reason is that the media kind of like push all of these different body, like, it's gone from you need to be a stick essentially to having bum implants, and now it's like it's better to be curvier. But it's not better to be anything, it's just better to be what you are. And I really believe that if we just focus on that and loving ourselves, there would be so much less hatred. Like, it is hard to ignore the media, but it's the same with anything else. Like, it's up to you where you channel your positivity, and I feel like there's just so much negativity around weight issues that just don't need to be there. And yes, it's a shame that modelling has like created such a divide between women, because I think it's awful. I don't know, it really makes me upset that there needs to be any kind of divide between us. We are what we are, and there is nothing wrong with being slim. Like, it's fine. It's fine to be who you are. I would never ever comment on somebody's weight, ever. Like, you really need to just be switched on and thinking about what you're saying, because it could be hurtful to somebody. And like I said before, you would not approach somebody and be like, oh my god, you look so fat today. Like, think about things before you say them to people. Like, it might be a nicer thing to say, oh my god, like, you just look lovely. Like, for me, like, looking at it from an outsider's perspective, and this is completely just my point of view and I could be very wrong, but there feels like there is more support for like fat shaming. Like, people do more to kind of avoid that, and people will support each other more, it feels, with that. And skinny shaming is kind of like just pushed to one side and not taken seriously, and it just really gets my goat, because I feel like we all have issues, we all struggle, we all like should be uniting and being there together for one another, and nobody is ever going to look the same, and there's no ideal. It's all a personal preference, and whatever is yours, and I think it's really important to just be nicer people and try and spread the love a little bit more evenly, rather than feeling like there are sides to be on, because there really aren't. So for me, it's about spreading a little bit more positivity, and that's what I try to do with my body confidence posts. And yes, I've had comments with them being like, well, you don't need to worry, like if I look like that I'd be happy or whatever. Like, no you wouldn't, because nobody's ever completely happy with what they look like, and that's the whole point of these kind of things, that you're showing that no matter what you look like, there is ways to make it feel more achievable, to feel comfortable. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you think you look amazing, but it does mean that you are a little bit less hateful, I think, and resentful for what other people have. Like, I used to look at people and want their bodies, and now I'm a little bit more comfortable with myself. I can feel like, no, what I've got's fine, like it's okay. And if everybody could have a little bit more of that in them, I feel like it would be a happier place to live. And it really just matters. The opinion that you have of yourself will take you way further than having so many opinions about other people. I really hope that this is received in the right way, and I would love to know your thoughts on skinny shaming in particular, because it's the thing that personally I have had to deal with, and I would like to know more about what you guys think, because things like this can be so damaging, especially to younger girls. And I just want to like give everybody a massive group hug and be like, it's fine, we're all awesome and we're all great, and it doesn't matter what shape you are, what size you are, where you shop, none of that stuff. It's just a load of crap, and I want there to be more peace in the world. So that's all, and I hope that people don't think I'm a twat for filming this. I just like, it bothers me a lot of the time, and most of the time I'll swallow it and be like, it's fine, but actually it's not, and I'm allowed my point of views too. I don't want to feel like I have to like act differently because of the way I look. I don't feel like I want people to judge me because of the way I look. I think we should all just be a little less judgy and love each other. And now I'm waffling, so I'm gonna go. So thank you for watching, guys. Please give it the thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed, then please do if you would like to, and I will see you soon. Bye.